All right. What's the nigga's name? James and Fuhad?
Yes, James and Fuhad. Does this man have to talk loud?
No, I don't. You can put it right here. All right. James and Fuhad. What's your thoughts? Go.
Disappointment. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why?
People were already, I guess they had already grown this image.
What image?
Being the black guys with the podcast that wasn't bad. People were literally making weren't I guess harmful to black women specifically.
They weren't saying anything about black relationships.
Not necessarily relationships, or just relationships anyway at all. For real. And I think a lot of black women just enjoyed that they were funny, and the conversations that they were having were different from all the other relationship content, all the other societal content. They were just talking and jabbering and having, fun times, right?
It's niggas talking with a microphone. Gotcha.
It was niggas talking on a microphone, and it didn't seem harmful.
Okay.
At the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of black women in particular were just really, really disappointed. I don't think anybody was shocked as much as they were disappointed that them too were wouldn't defend black women in that moment.
My thing is so women always talk about making assumptions. I feel like the reason y'all gave them so much slack is because they're two pretty young men.
I disagree.
I fully think so.
Most of the guys that are on podcasts are pretty.
I'm saying the reason that they had their following is because they were two niggas talking about nothing and they were pretty. And y'all expected them to be pro-black women when they had no signs, no showings of none of that. Y'all just assumed that they would be naturally just pro-black women.
Okay, so I think some women did. Me in particular, I didn't think that they were pro-black women. But I guess what I felt was that I think this might be a disconnect between, I guess, black women and black men in general, because we expect everybody in the diaspora to defend, black women against, at the very least, against white people. So
so now we're talking about the Schultz situation.
And that's I feel like that, I don't know what everybody else was mad about or upset about, but I in particular was upset that they didn't check him at all. He got that off and they giggled. And I could give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they were uncomfortable. Maybe it was nervousness. That does happen.
They mentioned they were caught off guard. You saw the statement?
I did. I saw the clip.
They said they were caught off guard.
But in the moment, I don't think it really matters if you were caught off guard or not. The way that it came out to the public was that he made that joke that disparaged black women, and y'all laughed and y'all didn't check him afterwards. And that's the part that at least for me and some other black women, that was the part that was harmful to us, that was disappointing to us. So what are your thoughts?
It was, these niggas was surface level, and then I think we're expecting so much when people have shown you nothing to prove that. Like, if we're gonna talk about, to go back to it, we talk about the man and the bear. Why are they any different from any of the men that y'all, perceive?
I don't think they are.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so many people I don't want to say acting. Many women are hurt. Hurt. But I'm just like, y'all were just saying that niggas are worse than the bears. So now that you see a situation like this, why are you so hurt? Also, you don't know these men.
Indeed.
Nobody knows these niggas.
Indeed.
If anything, this is just showing them to not say anything about their preferences or their thoughts on women.
Oh, see, now you're talking about the other thing.
Getting into the baddies.
Oh, okay.
So the thing about this is here. It isn't... Okay, so I'm going to say this. We always talk about how black men can't say what their preferences are. All right. I still feel that way.
I don't think anybody is able to freely.
Y'all can.
They still get dragged.
Women can. Black women especially can.
They still get dragged.
I disagree. I think y'all may, how do I put this? Y'all will do the counter argument thing, but men get drugged. Like for instance, even when a black woman goes and dates a white guy, you know what I'm saying? It's just whatever. But when it is the same thing for a black man, when a black man dates interracially, they automatically assume that he has a disdain for black women.
Do they automatically assume, or has he said something that leads to that conclusion?
I'm gonna give you an example. Childish Gambino never said anything negative about black women whatsoever. In fact, he's advocated that he loves all women. And then as soon as them pictures came out, I don't know if you remember, way back when, showing this white girl and his kids, whole issue happened. That's fine. Now the Shannon Sharp thing, completely understand. With him, his thing with Gary Owen, I completely understand when it comes to comedians, people get caught off guard. But the reason I ain't fuck with Gary Owen, what he said as far as his jokes with black women, where I would have checked him, is the fact that he's divorced now. All right, you're no longer married to a black woman. You no longer get to crack those subtle jokes. Before, I gave you grace because you were in fact with a black woman. So, and he was speaking on experience. If that's your experience, I understand the basis for the joke. It works. Okay, cool.
I don't really remember exactly what he said. I just remember he making a comment that
he told Shannon Sharp that he don't defend black women either, and Shannon started laughing.
Yeah, that's basically what he said.
Yeah. But essentially, I'm just saying, like, it just feels like, not saying women shouldn't be nihilistic, but it just feels like y'all say one thing and then y'all shocked when you discover the same thing is true about handsome or famous men that y'all follow. You say that men are predators or they do horrible things and they hate women, but then you're shocked when you see like these pretty dudes who y'all follow these same metrics. Like if you think this is the issue with men, it is the issue with men. Don't be surprised when it rears its ugly head. That's all I'm saying. It's just, why is news stopping? Why is everyone wrapped up in arms with these two random black dudes that, if it wasn't for TikTok, we wouldn't even know these niggas?
True.
We are putting so much stock into these other niggas, and it's just wild to me.
I think that there's I think we are talking about two different things in my opinion. Like I'm not shocked about their preferences. If you hear them talk at all,
I'm not shocked about their preferences, and I'm not shocked they didn't defend a black woman because they never engage any kind of topic like that. They do. Am I the assholes? They have these viral clips. They're really surface level. They don't really delve into much. They're just entertainment.
So you think that because they've never done content like that they wouldn't, just morally speaking, be like, hey, that's out of line what you just
I wouldn't
did.
expect it from them.
I see, and I think that's where the difference lies.
Because with niggas,
women expect everybody in the diaspora to be on code about certain shit. And number one thing is when you're in a room with white people and they're being racist and disparaging to one of us, you don't kiki at that and you check them. And I think that's not like a crazy thing to expect. So
I think it's a crazy thing to expect when you don't know the nigga that's in front of you.
Why?
Because you don't know this nigga. Obviously, there are red pill niggas who don't feel that way. Otherwise, this wouldn't be like a movement, right?
Okay.
So why is there shock when there are niggas who are not defending black women?
But they don't. But like you said, they haven't defended or made content like that. They've also never made red pill content.
I guess I feel like.
So why would we expect them to not?
I just feel like y'all are saying one thing with the bear thing. Y'all are being pessimistic with black men. But when it comes to these, what makes these niggas excluded from the thought that I'd rather be trapped in the woods with the bear or James and Fuhad?
I think that's a different conversation.
Like, I don't think so.
It 100% is, because you're talking about generalized woman fear of, being in a situation where a man can harm them versus men being in a room with other men and one is black and one is white and the white one gets off a racist joke at the behest of female counterparts. That's different from women generally saying they fear men in certain environments. That's not the same.
If the point is they fear men, men can be capable of such evil, such disdain, such bad things.
Yeah, they can be capable.
We have two strangers in front of us. Right? And surprised they did something harmful. Why is it so shocking when you were just saying when it comes to strangers, they're equally as have the capacity of this negativity as they do positivity, right? So I feel like why they held in such a high regard, right? But when it comes to other guys, like meeting me off the street, just randomly guy off the street, I would be held to that nigga could be a predator. But these two niggas, they said something harmful. I'm so shocked. I'm so appalled. But if it was just me, it would be like, we expect that from niggas we don't know.
Because that's a stranger. And this is a different issue altogether as well. Because parasocial relationships make people believe that they know the person on the street.
That's my problem.
And so...
That's my problem. That's my problem. Y'all don't know them niggas.
Of course not, but that doesn't stop people from feeling that way. And honestly, without those relationships, there would be no influencers, there would be no celebrities. People would not be interested in any form of these type of content. So they need parasocial relationships to work just as much as the people who are participating in them. So those people who are participating in those relationships saw those guys on their screen, was watching their content, never got the gist that these are red pillars or that these are anti-womaners or these are anti-black womaners like specifically, and they were surprised when they learned differently. Those people I don't think it's wrong for people to have an expectation of you based on your persona and then you prove them wrong.
I'd see these as characters. I don't see these as real people.
Some people don't see it as a character. Some people see that's their personality. Some people feel like that's who they are. That's their personality. That's who they really believe. Like, think about somebody that you truly cherish and love, famous right now. Would you be, if they turn around and their character is completely different from what you were expecting, would that not shock you at the very least?
I wouldn't say shocked. I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. But I don't think I would be shocked because I know I don't know these niggas.
But still, the fact that you said damn, that gives you some kind of level of surprise.
But I'm not finna be like, I ain't gonna go down that route. But
you wouldn't be what?
This feels very woe is me.
Woe is me?
Yeah, like this group thing is just, some people are taking it and just, this reinforces everything we thought. And I'm like, it feels like this is another pity party. Like, you see it, you heard it, you clocked it, move on. Move accordingly. But everybody is just sitting here acting like this was the end of the world. This was like the end of the day. They're like devastated. Y'all didn't know these niggas. Y'all did not. This was somebody you subscribed to. You probably didn't even listen to their podcast. You probably just scrolled and followed these. Yeah, like, stop acting like your dog died, bro. That's my problem. It's just like, if you believe men are capable of evil, what excluded these niggas from possibly being in that same vein? You did not know these niggas.
It's just expectations. People have expectations of the people that they see online. I would be surprised. Some people would be like generally surprised about a character change, like a known character change in certain people's relationship. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, fuck that. Nah, we here. If I'm gonna get drugged for what I just said, you gotta get drugged.
Fine. Nicki Minaj is a prime example of this exact thing.
Oh boy. Didn't know you was going there. Go ahead.
So
I'm playing with a receipt.
I just remember how so many people were like in love with her when she first came out, for the most part. Like, people rocked with her music, rocked with her performances. We love the Harajuku Barbie stuff and all the wigs and the colors and everything was so dope. And then in her later years, recently, she's shown us over and over again that she not really pro girl. She not really pro black women. She not really pro LGBTQ plus AA. You know, AA
Oh, really?
plus.
She homophobic?
I ain't gonna say she is homophobic, but she has made homophobic statements.
Oh,
her
okay.
husband has. She has never.
I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that shit he said. That was wild.
People are shocked that she is married to that particular man for the things that he's done.
Yeah.
People are shocked that she supported her brother during that thing that he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you grow up, especially when you're like meeting somebody online and sometimes you grow up with that person and later in life they prove to be the exact opposite of the person you thought you knew, that could hurt you. Because regardless of you knowing them personally or not, you know the image that they put forth and you thought that image was who they really are. So some people genuinely get harmed, genuinely are hurt, maybe even devastated when those people show their true colors.
I guess I just encourage people to go and establish their own relationships and not rely on social media, bro.
Indeed.
That's just...
Especially young people.
That's where I'm at. Because it's like, you're investing all this into somebody who's thousands of miles away. You've never met, and you just know them from some clips you've seen. Like, I don't know.
I get that, and I agree to a certain to on a base level, of course. But the fact of the matter is, parasocial relationships are necessary for any form of entertainment, any form of influencer, any form of celebrity to work.
Maybe this is what Kendrick was talking about.
Maybe this for who was talking about?
When Kendrick says maybe it's time to watch the party die.
That's a nice little circle around you did right
I'm just saying. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for all this influencer shit to stop.
I don't think it will, though.
Of course not.
Because even him saying that, he's influencing.
He is. Indirectly.
And there are people in a parasocial relationship with him right now. Mm-hmm. And he needs them to be so.
Symbiotic relationship, I guess.
Yep.
But I guess I just hope. Maybe I'm nihilistic. Maybe I'm just being the old nigga in the room. But it's just me coming to realization. I came to it a while ago that I don't know none of these niggas. Back when I was finding out niggas was beating women and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you know what? The only niggas I know is the niggas I know. And do I know the niggas I know? Mm-hmm. So if I don't know.
That's true.
It's just weird to me.
The matter is that anybody is capable of anything, and you should always keep that in mind. If push come to shove, people will do certain things, and certain people just always had that in them too. So just never be surprised about something that somebody did, because at any point in time they could do that thing.
Yeah, I guess I'm not saying that I want y'all to thrive in the pessimistic thought that every black man is negative. I was just saying that we had such a hubbub about this being a reality for y'all that when the reality happens, people are just, oh my God, I can't believe, my God, my feelings, my thoughts. I have to go pray. I need to go get back. Like, it's just like, what is this?
Like, how dare you reaffirm my bias?
Right. Like, how dare you prove me right?
How dare you prove me right?
Like, what?
I just think some people just didn't want that to be them. Some people just genuinely hope that every once in a while the famous black guy is not the one that's gonna be the one that's anti-black woman. They just don't want that to be true.
The niggas was pretty. They had pretty laughs, pretty teeth, and all this shit, and it's just they weren't saying nothing. They were just being pretty on screen, laughing at shit.
Yeah, I thought it was honestly. I know they're never gonna hear this, but what the fuck was y'all doing over there anyway? Do y'all not know who that man is?
Bruh, that man... Yeah. That dude has a following.
A particular one. And I don't know who their management is, but that person is failing y'all greatly. Because you should have never even stepped foot on that podcast knowing who your core audience was. Your core audience is black women. There was no reason for you to ever be over there with that man. And maybe, you know what? I blame Charlamagne.
That's what it all comes around. That's why I ain't want to say it, but he's the token black guy who said he could come to the cookout.
Indeed. He is the man that the racist white guy said, hey, I have a black friend.
Yep.
And now look where he is.
Yep.
And what's crazy, what the craziest part about all of that is, Fuhad and James are getting dragged and he's just going about his little white life.
Oh yeah, of course. Because he has a white wife and a black friend who's going to say, they just overreacting.
Yep, and the people in his audience that love what Fuhad and, like, love that joke that he made are going to chop that clip the fuck up and use it.
Yeah, they still going to get paid off of it.
All over the internet. And it's just going to keep pushing a narrative about black women being violent.
And they're going to check for him next week when they do another clip.
Anywho. What do you think about their apology, though?
Yeah.
You think they meant it?
It was an apology. It don't matter if they meant it. They said it.
It don't matter? Mm-mm. You think it worked for people?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They did what they were supposed to do. And then in an apology, they addressed it. They explained their side. They said sorry. Mm. Yeah. We gotta go get our dogs. I seen Chrissy was going to sleep outside.
She always sleeping in the dirt.
Yeah. All right.
You should do something about that.
All right.